Good morning, y'all. It is Sunday, and I'm getting ready to see if I can put a little definition on her and him. Now, I want to show y'all the reason that I had to paint these guys. And can you see where it was all scratched up? But I wasn't going to send them back because that had already been done once when a couple of them had their hooks. Now, I love this deep, vibrant color. And y'all know I love lime green. Couldn't come up with that. Look, isn't that cute? And I don't have anything that is vibrant like this. So I may have to go get um, a little bit of paint. As many of these little things as I have picked up, you see that? That's not the same vibrant color. Now, I may try this and see how I like it before I run out and buy another thing of paint. But, and I have nothing at all for my green guy. The light's just going to be like that, y'all. Now, I did find a can of black paint, and this was another of my oops paint. Oh, yeah. $2 for a quart of paint. And this is interior, exterior satin enamel. So, I have that, and I have that. I found my big trusty paint can opener. And here's my little brushes. I think these were $5. I don't know if I got them at Walmart or Amazon. There's no telling. But I am going, isn't this cute? Got a little zipper. You know, I could use one of those pages out of my pink case to stick my paintbrushes in. Sometimes the one brain cell actually works. Now I've got this paintbrush, my favorite. Isn't this cute, y'all? I have no idea where I got that. Thrift store, I'm sure. And I got it because I just knew I was going to. Did you notice it's got the little camper on it? That's a VW wagon, I think. And it has flowers, so that was a win-win. Now this is that enamel stuff inside and out. So what I'm using it for now is to put water in as soon as I'm done with my brush, and I wipe it off on the paper as best I can. It's going to go in that water so I can clean it easy. Now then, of all these brushes, which one do you think I'm going to use for eyeballs? I want something really small, so I think I'm going to go with that one. Now, the little pointy ones have little plastic tips on them, and that's to keep those tips in the right shape. So you can see my little eyeballs are not very big. And yeah, I'm dirty already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out, I'll put a little paint on here. I'll kind of wipe it off on my puppy pad. These are unscented, by the way. And I'm going to just kind of dry brush it a little bit and see how that looks. But if I don't like it, I can take one of my little brushes. There's the makeup thing, y'all. I can take one of my little brushes, dip it in some white primer, and then start all over again. So, you have to work your little brush because it's stiff when it comes out of the thing. So you got to work it and soften it up. Now then, let's open this can of paint. Miss Hazel's outside. This paint opener is almost too big for this can, but not quite. It's working really good. There we go. Now I shook it up. I shook it up really good. I used to, when I used like gallons of paint for something, I had a thing that fit on my drill, and it was a mixer. Oh, so awesome. You could get all the way down in the bottom of your thing. You could use it on a quart too. And you just had to be careful to go slow, or you would be wearing paint. There you are. She's not outside. She's laying in her bed in the sunshine with her little pink sweater on. Y'all, I hate to say it, but I think pretty soon it's going to be cold enough that she's going to get to wear her little jackets. Okay, now, here's something I'm going to do, y'all. You said you could see the lines better without my hand behind it. At the top is the hard boiled, and down here is the medium, and below it is the soft. Well, for my fantastic eggs, I'm going to tell y'all, when I was really young, my first vacuum cleaner, when I was married to my second husband and we bought a house, I got an Electrolux. You know, the long skinny kind, and it had the metal gliders on the bottom, and they would sell them door to door. They would come to your house, and they actually had like a little bowling ball, and you could pick it up to see how heavy it was. It was not a trick, and they were expensive, but I bought one on the payment plan from the door-to-door guy. And they had the best smelling little packets of stuff that you could suck up in your bag, and then your house would smell so good. And I love that vacuum cleaner so much. They tried to hire me to go door to door to sell these Electrolux vacuum cleaners. They were kind of a light turquoise color. And I would go into the store to buy my bags and my little packets of, scent. And they tried and tried to get me to do that because I loved it. So, if they were doing door to door on my little Dash egg cooker, I know y'all are sick and tired of hearing about that, but I tell you what, awesome. So, what I'm going to do, because I have a different line, I'd say it's about 2/3 of the way from medium. Now, if you do medium water, your whites are not going to be cooked. And y'all know I can't stand that. So, I'm going to make a little black mark. Now, your eggs don't touch the, plastic or anything. And actually, the marks are on the inside. This is all smooth. So, that's what I'm going to do. And when I'm doing a small project, I use the paint in the lid of my can. So, here goes, y'all. So now, this doesn't look good at all. But I will be able to tell. Now there's my little mark. I don't have to hold it up in the light and do all that. I just fill it up to that mark and I'm ready to go. My eggs were so good this morning. Okay, let's get on to Missy here. And y'all probably won't be able to see this really good. No, up here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm just gonna dip my tiny little brush in, and then I'm gonna dab it off on the paper so I don't have very much paint at all. You can add paint, but you can't take it off. So I'm gonna start in the middle where the paint, where the iris would be. And what that does is it also takes off a little excess off your brush. And I'm gonna let that dry for just a couple seconds. See that? Can y'all see? It already, they used to make little like stuffed animals with a face, but they wouldn't put eyes on them. I can't stand that. It just doesn't look finished. Just like a window, to me, does not look finished without some curtains, even if it's a little panel on the edges. I wonder if I could use this for like eyeliner. Okay, now then, that's dried just a little bit, so I'm just gonna, my brush is almost dry now, and I'm just making that a little bit bigger, and I'm just going to do a little at a time because how's that? Which one looks better? I think the bigger one looks a little bit better. So my brush is dry, so I got to get another little tip of paint. I wish y'all could see this. I'm telling you, this is so much fun. And it's really cool because you can rest your hand on the little owl's belly. Now here's the thing, y'all, and I do this with my own makeup. I never can get two sides to look alike, especially with my eyebrows. Oh, word. Bad word, bad word. Well, they don't look alike, but one of them's a little bit bigger. I think I dotted off a little too much paint. This little owl looks a little Asian. I like that. Asian people have the prettiest eyes. I just love that little lift that they have. Like, you know, they kind of go up a little bit, kind of almond. They're so beautiful. Well, y'all, they are not exactly the same, but if I keep messing with it, they're just going to get worse and worse, which happens with my makeup. Now, because I'm going to stop using my brush a little bit, I'm going to coat it with some paint so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so what do y'all think? Doesn't she look better with some makeup on? Now, you were absolutely right, I think, about not making the beak black, but I'm going to try it. I can always redo it. So, I mean, birds do have black beaks. Ah, don't you run off. Okay, now I'm going to dip a little paint off, and we're going to see what she looks like. These tiny brushes, y'all, are so worth it when you're trying to do this little bitty close work. Miss Hazel, did I just hear you say you wanted to go outside? Okay. Put some more paint on my brush so it doesn't dry out. What do y'all think? Now, I need to get it cleaned up a little bit, but with or without the black nose. Now we're going to do the yellow one, and I'm just going to do the eyes, and then we can look and see what we think. I wanted to do this. Oh my gosh, look at that. 17 minutes. Good Lord have mercy. Okay, I'll try to speed this up. It's because I tell little stories in the middle. Okay. I'm going to make these eyes just a little bit smaller than the other ones. I could make him look, well, I said I was going to, and that didn't work out so good. Just one wrong touch of your brush. I had too much paint, is why it turned out that way. I didn't wipe my brush off enough. Okay. You really have to have kind of a sure hand to do this, y'all, and I don't. Okay, baby girl. Okay. These are bigger than what I wanted, but they still look okay. So, there you have it. Beak or no beak? Now we're going to solve this problem right here. And I'm going to put Hazel outside, and I'm going to make a separate video. Bye, y'all.